You can't handle the truth. Son, we work in an industry that has frauds, and those frauds need to be pumped by men with spam. Who's gonna do it? You? You with that Scottrade account? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom.
What is penny stocking? Penny stocking is the game of trading penny stocks, or stocks trading under $5 a share in pursuit of profits. Forget investing. Focus on riding the waves of penny stock price momentum. The better you learn to surf these waves, the greater your profits. Remember that. What's so great about penny stocks? Let me tell you. I really believe this is, they offer the greatest risk-reward ratio of any investment around. Because with the right research and devotion, a $5,000 account, for example, can be turned into a $10,000 or maybe even a $20,000 account within a few weeks or months. Without using leverage, no other investment offers such great upside in so little time. It's the truth. You know, I don't like leverage, as you'll hear me say, but you don't even need it for penny stocks, and you definitely shouldn't use it. Penny stocks are also the least complex of any investment, so virtually anybody can play this game. This is a very common strategy that I've used. You know, I made basically $1 million going long, or buying stock, and $1 million short selling. And there's really only one other book about short selling other than mine. And it's sad, because all you're doing is you're selling shares you don't own, thinking the stock price is headed lower. Yeah, the shares you don't own, it gets complicated, you're taking a negative position, okay? Read this other book, The Art of Short Selling. My book will explain how to use short selling for trading purposes, but it's the same thing as selling, except you never own any shares. The key point to remember is that if you're going to short sell, you're thinking that the stock price is going down. It's that simple. It's very easy. You know, whatever broker you use, I recommend, my favorite broker is Thinkorswim, but whatever broker you use, you have a few different choices. You can buy, sell, or short sell. Okay? Short selling is very simple. It's not a complicated process. To get rid of your short sell, you buy to cover. You close out your short position by buying back the shares you sold short. Again, just like you've heard the phrase where you want to buy low and sell high, it's the same thing with short selling. You want to short sell high and buy low. All it is it's reversed. So this scares a lot of people, but the aim is to sell short high and buy to cover low. You can make money when stocks go down, yes. I have a few videos on MSN Money. There's not much to analyze. It's all about hype, and you're gaining the odds of success. It's very inexact. This is why people say this is gambling, but you can really, you're gaining the odds, but I think that you can really narrow the odds down to a lot more than people think. There's little downside, obviously. Since the odds of success are against these companies, the stock prices are low. When you have a stock at 17 cents, what's the worst it can do? Go down 17 cents. Obviously, you lose all your money. It still hurts, but you can make more than 17 cents. It's very easy for a 17-cent stock to go to $1 as opposed to a $17 stock going to 100. Think about that. Huge upside. That's what it comes down to. Real-world success is not required. This is the beautiful thing. I put this in capital letters because you have to understand this. Only the expectation of success matters. A company might be making no products, no revenues, zero profits, but if they get people to believe that there's potential and that they are going to do it, their stock price rises. It's a beautiful thing called hype. This is your better odds than casinos. This is my opinion, but see if you can play along. If played conservatively, the potential to grow your investment is exponential. You can just obviously grow it exponentially. How do I describe that? You could make a lot of money. And the risk of total loss is much lower than 50%. For all my mistakes, I'm down 30% off my highs. That's not that bad. Now this is a nice supernova, okay? Another alternative energy play. Alternative energy has been very hot. Guess what? Look at the left-hand side of the chart. This is not rocket science. You see gradually uptrending stock chart. When I say gradually uptrending, it's going from 1 to 3. So it doesn't look gradual when it's happening, but again, you don't see very big one-day moves. The big mover is at the end of April. You see that one big white bar, where it goes from basically $2.60 to $3 in one day. That is a breakout. You can see that. It didn't touch all throughout March and the beginning of April. It never broke $3. $3 is a massive breakout. You can't get any easier than that, okay? You see a massive buying, over 1 million shares buying, buy it at $3, hold it for a few days, sell it at $3.50, $4.50. I wouldn't have the patience to wait until the huge supernova, because again, you never know when it's really going to go exponential. You can see the same pattern where you have 3 big up days the beginning of May when it goes from 450 all the way to 7. The problem with this, you could have actually shorted this nicely right at 7. There weren't that many shares. Trust me, I tried. I shorted like 5,000 shares at like 650. On the way down, I actually traded this nicely. I shorted 5,000 shares at 650, covered at 550 the next day. And again, I don't feel guilty covering. You know, I made $1 a share, even though I should have probably waited 2 weeks. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to take profits. At $7 a share, the company announced financing at 50 cents a share. That's talking about desperation, okay? 50 cents a share when the stock is trading at 7. Obviously, those people were pretty happy and they sold their shares pretty quickly as they can. And then the right-hand side of the chart, June, July, and August, boring, messy. I can't even talk about it.
Stock picks do not matter. Surprise! Okay, I know you guys have been brainwashed by TV for years, and all these journalists and everyone picking random stocks. It's random, okay? Eventually, algorithms and computers are going to take over Wall Street. Individuals, humans that think we can pick stocks, you know, we're going to be annihilated, okay? My opinion. But the important thing to remember is that stock picks don't matter. Only chart patterns do. Because chart patterns, even though they mutate and they change, they're predictable. When you're picking a random stock here and there, you might be right, you might be wrong, but you can't get the odds in your favor because there's so many different variables. So hopefully I'll make sure you understand this by the end of this. The basic summary is that there are so many opportunities, perfection is not required. And that's the beautiful thing because being perfect is very difficult. I'm anti-diversification also. That's another key point. I talk about all these different charts and stuff like that. I only take 1 or 2 positions at a time. Most people would say that's crazy. They take 20 to 40, have a diversified portfolio. It's never worked for me. I don't have the patience, so this is play. I don't care how amazing a company is. If nobody notices it, you can't profit from it. Wait for action, okay? There's so many companies that they have great products, but their stocks don't move. They're irrelevant to you. They should be irrelevant to you, okay? Most penny stocks, they just fade away into oblivion. So they're useless. Wait for stocks that are in play. It doesn't matter if you like the company, if you agree with their technology, if you agree with their, a lot of their CEOs. You might say, wow, I just listened to a conference call with him. I don't like him. It doesn't matter. Don't bias yourself. Focus on how the stock trades, and you'll be much better off. I couldn't even do it my entire career, I sometimes get personal feelings in the way, and it hurts my profits. The good news is that I've kept it simple. Buy breakouts, sell short breakdowns, ignore all the fancy indicators. There's so many indicators. You have the Fibonacci, Bollinger Bands, RSI, MACD. I've never used any of that. I look at it, I know what the technical indicators are, because if some other traders are talking about, ooh, the Bollinger Bands, you have to pay attention to that. But, this is complex stuff. It takes years to really try and master that. And in that time, if you focus on buying breakouts and selling short breakdowns, you'll have made money. So always keep learning in the background, but keep it simple. The simple stuff works because, it's simple. Lots of people use it. The more people that use an indicator, the more it works. So, more important than almost anything, be honest. This business is full of fake people. Just don't be one of them. Enough.
Manipulated run-ups and crashes. The chart, this is my favorite part of penny stocking, when it's just so blatant. This is what most people think when they think of penny stocks. The chart is just a dead giveaway to blatant manipulation. You gotta love these guys. They're actually not that easy to short, so good luck trying to find many shares. Actually, much better to buy it on the breakouts, which I do. But you have to be very careful. When I do a blog post, when I say I'm buying this, I say why I bought probable fraud, HY, because crashes are nearly inevitable. Buying the dip is definitely not recommended. Although, sometimes there's multiple ways of spam. These are companies, for the companies themselves, there's shareholders on their behalf. They're all kind of mixed into one big den of thieves. They send out spam mailers, spam emails, very creative, some better done than others. We'll go into them eventually. Detailed, spam by spam, fraud by fraud, probable fraud, I don't even know. No one's ever contacted me when I write that they're a probable fraud. I think they are probable frauds because if someone was saying I'm a fraud, I respond. That's how I got Micheal Goode. Hey Michael, if you're watching this DVD, he is the first Tim Alert lifetime subscriber. Paid me $2 grand. I have to mention this. Come on, my website is all full of promotion. This action right here is that yellow chart where you barely see it. What really goes is here, and I shorted here on that first red day because I thought that was the end. Because remember, it took so long to go from like $1.25 to $1.75. I thought that shorting around 250 was a great entry. I wanted to cover around 2. I think I did profit a little bit, but it wasn't as much as I wanted. But it was a good thing I took my profits because you see exactly how much it goes up. And you got to buy this breakout. I think I might have also bought this breakout too. Too many trades. It wouldn't surprise me if I bought this breakout when it broke 275, going up to new highs. I probably was too scared. I get scared so easily. I'm such a little bitch. Then it's like the red day. Then, this first red day is really the start. And you can see the volume just dry up. This was total spam. They sent out like 11 million mailers too. And then actually it was funny, later on the company issued a press release saying, we've become aware that someone has been marketing our company, we take offense. Like they didn't know. They didn't know when their stock price was jumping from 50 cents up to 450. Of course they freaking knew. They were part of it. I even called them, I think I called them a blatant fraud, and no one from the company called me. I've never gotten all right, Bull, you guys want to sponsor me? I'm weird enough. I'm good. Let's go. I want to talk about stock promoters. I rip on them a lot, but they're very important to penny stocking. These are stock promoters are people who get paid by companies or third parties or shareholders of companies to promote the companies, to send out spam emails, to send out whatever. Just get the company's name out there somehow, whatever. And at the bottom of their promotion, they have to disclaim how much they were paid, whether in cash or shares or a combo. So I rip on them a lot because they're scumbags, but I love these scumbags. I have nothing against them. I don't want them to end. Boiler rooms, those did end. Unfortunately, too many people lost money. They got too many complaints. But stock promoters are a necessary evil because they create these run-ups that are so predictable.
Money for myself, I love helping others make money. So I have thousands of students now in over 60 countries. I've done a lot of press because my story is rather unique. I've been on CNN, CNBC, Fox, ABC, CBS. I've written for TheStreet.com, MSN Money. I come from the... It's about being honest. And being honest on Wall Street is sadly a revolutionary concept. Penny stocks are speculative companies trading under $5 a share. That's what I specialize in. There is manipulation, but it's very predictable. The manipulators aren't very smart. There's the ability